Hey guys, this is Luke, aka Instrument Maniac, and today I thought I would show you where I actually store all 91 of my instruments. A lot of people were asking, well, do you have some like mansion storage unit that you store all of these in? It's actually just a 2-bedroom apartment, so let's go walk around. You don't actually need that much space, surprisingly, to store 91 instruments. So in the living room here, I actually use a lot of these instruments as art pieces. So on this wall, I have the half-size cello, the viola, and then my German violin. If you make your way over to the corner over here, I actually store the lever harp. It's great to practice there when it's a nice sunny day and you can open the door and open the windows and you get a nice breeze coming through. So going into the bedroom here, where I store the bass and the cello, so those are kind of the outlier instruments. Where I store most of them is in the second bedroom slash studio. So when you first walk in here, you'll actually notice that I store my Czech violin right there. And then you can't walk into this room without seeing this massive pedal harp in the center. It kind of does take up a lot of space, but I don't really know where else to store it at this point. In this corner, I have kind of the brass section. On this wall, I've got kind of all of my fretted string instruments. And then finally, the moment you've all been waiting for. This is the closet where everything else is stored. So when you first walk in, on your right, you'll see this massive case. That is the contrabass clarinet. It is nearly 6 feet tall. And behind this, we have my trumpet, soprano sax, and bass flute, along with the vibraphone. Up here, I have my 3 flutes. 2 of them are for outdoor performance. 1 of them is for at-home recording. Got the B-flat clarinet, the oboe, the E-flat clarinet, the alto flute, and my entire recorder family right in there. In this basket up here, I have my piccolo, some of my other recorders, and a lot of my sheet music. Up here I have the tenor sax, the bassoon, the accordion. I got my C melody, double string harp, alto clarinet, auto harp, alto sax, and then the bass clarinet right there. I've got a lot of the Native American flute shenanigans here. I've got the wind chimes, I got djembe, toy piano. Down here I actually have percussion instruments, which are kind of a nightmare to keep organized, as seen in this drawer. In this drawer, actually, I have my reeds for my reed instruments. I got some miscellaneous reeds up here. And then down here, I actually have ligatures and mouthpieces. Move the cowbell aside, I've got a lot of bows there. And we got the snare drum. We got a lot of the cymbals back here. And then the washboard. And then the automaton. So really most of the collection fits in this closet here, as you can see. I got a few stragglers in the storage unit too. The desk bells, the electric piano I don't use super often. I got a clarinet I'm trying to sell on Craigslist here. And then finally the trombone that, according to the comment section, I did dirty with that slide. But you know what? I like the slide on the trombone, so I stand by it, y'all. Whew. Well, I hope you enjoyed seeing the space and where all of my instruments are hung up and stored. Since so many of you are new from that wonderful 91 Licks video, I thought I'd do a short Q&A to kind of give you an idea of who I am and what the vibe is on this channel, and here we go. At what age did you start playing music, and what instrument did you start with? I tried to start with viola at age 10, didn't work out too well, I was pretty bad at it, but at age 11 my mom was like, well, why don't you try flute? And so flute was the actually kind of real first instrument I started on. Did you hesitate before buying an instrument, and do you learn on your own every time? Generally, I don't buy an instrument unless I'm going to use it pretty often in a piece. I actually don't learn on my own often at all. I'm currently, as an adult, taking violin and harp lessons. How could you practice so many instruments? I actually don't. I practice violin for an hour at lunch every day and harp for an hour when I wake up in the morning. What was your experience with getting your hands on a pedal harp? I really lucked out. My harp instructor was selling her pedal harp, so we kind of worked out a deal there. Is there a particular genre of music that you favor? I gotta say, I love disco. Dua Lipa is my gal. What got you started arranging Thomas music, and were you always a fan of the show? I actually just randomly decided to record Gordon's theme 2 years ago, and people really enjoyed it, and I have many pictures like this from childhood. What's your overall opinion of string instruments, and which do you think is the hardest to learn? I started out as a woodwind person. 18, I took cello lessons for 6 years. It was like climbing Mount Everest. Mid-20s, 25, I was like, well, I'm gonna try to learn violin and be a one-man orchestra. I thought some of the cello technique would transfer. It really does not transfer. All I have to say is good luck on any of them because they are so freaking hard. Is soprano sax easy to play? I wouldn't say it's easy to play, but saxophones in general are pretty forgiving in terms of starting out as an instrument. Great option for kind of a lower learning curve. Which motivates you more to try a new instrument? It's always the need for certain sounds. What are the next instruments you want to get soon? I really want to get a contrabass flute. I think the sound is awesome, but the entire comment section wants me to get a bari sax or a tuba, so we'll find out. Is there any musical foundation necessary to become a multi-instrumentalist? Yeah, I always say focus on your technique and definitely take music lessons. In the long run, that's going to help you the most. Who is your biggest musical inspiration? I'd have to say Ravel, because I love his use of color in music, and I actually have his treble clef from one of his manuscripts transcribed on me, God. Tattooed on me, right here. What is the most expensive instrument that you have? Probably the pedal harp or the bass flute that I'm still paying off. Is there an instrument that you don't want to learn? No, I would love to learn everything if I had all the time. Do you name all of your instruments? No, I can't remember that many names. What are your interests outside of Thomas and music? My main job is actually a geologist, so I love looking at minerals and rocks and environmental issues, and then I also go to the gym and lift every day. I want to learn bassoon. Where and how can I get one for a lower price? eBay, Facebook Marketplace, and Craigslist are the best places to get used instruments if you know what you're looking for, as seen by this contrabass clarinet. When will the next bandwagon song be? For those of you that are new, every year I do a community collaboration with all of my bandwagoneers and subscribers out there. So the announcement video for that will be up in about August, so keep an eye out for that then. And with that, thank you for checking out my apartment tour and mini Q&A. If you are not already a member of the bandwagon, why don't you come on down and subscribe? We have a lot of fun on this channel. It's all positive, it's all great music related stuff. I will see you in 2 weeks on Wednesday, and take care, and I hope you're doing well.